Hey y'all. So today it's a little chilly. I'm cold all the time, but I figured why not do a DIY to bring everything back, bring everybody home that's cozy. And I looked in my little scraps and I saw a blanket and I said, let's use it. So here's my blanket. Started opening it and then I got the idea of what I wanted to do today. But we're going to use this blanket to make a nice, cute, cozy two-piece set. Something you can lounge around in. Something not too hot, but still warm enough where you can be cute. So let's get started. Naturally, I hopped on Pinterest and got a few ideas for what I wanted to make. On Pinterest, I'm really feeling the idea of the shorts and like a cute little pullover with a hoodie. I think with the blanket I have, it will be more than enough. Now, for where I got the blanket, mine was gifted by my bestie, but you can pick up a really expensive blanket. Sometimes Walmart has some for $5, Five Below, 99 cents only stores. Don't sleep on them. Now, how thick they're gonna be, I don't know, but you can achieve the look. So let's get started. Now, I like to use things I already have, so I went and grabbed a pair of shorts that I like how they fit on me. And I'm going to trace my own shorts for a pattern. Blanket in half, one time. And then fold it again one more time. You want to get the edge, one edge really straight, because to avoid hemming the shorts, we're just going to use the finished edge that's already on the blanket. So now you take your shorts you already have, flip them inside out so you can see the seams better, and get them equal. Same thing, you want to get the hem of the shorts really even so you can follow along. That's better. So here is all folds. Here is the open side with a fold of the blanket, and I'm putting the straight edge of the shorts along the fold already, following along the edge of the blanket with the edge of my shorts. So up here, if your shorts has elastic like mine's, what you want to do is get your own waist measurement divided by 4 to get this number here. My waist is 28 inches, so at the very least, I want this to be 7 inches. But that would still be a little too, that would be a snug fit. If you're wanting to have a comfort fit or have some elastic in the waistband, you can always make the waist at least 2 inches bigger, just so when you put the elastic in, it gives you that effect. And even if you stretch the pants that you have, you can kind of see they made theirs to all the way to a 9. Now all you're gonna do is cut around this, but give yourself an inch all the way around for seam allowance, and that's where you're gonna sew. So, put that there for now. So now what you want to do, take this part off, unfold it. So I have 2 layers here. So depending on your blanket, one side may be the print you want and the other side may not be. What you want to do is put right sides together. So my more fuzzier sides are facing each other, and then the inside that would be the print you don't want, put that on the outside. You are going to stitch from the top to the curved piece. It's like a slight little J is what you should be seeing. One going the right way, one going backwards. Don't sew down here. Don't sew here. Just from here on both sides, following that little slight curve. So I went ahead and stitched the curve on both sides. So next what you want to do is grab it from the middle and rotate. So now that line that you just sewn on both sides should be in the center. And the hem part of the blanket should now be down here. So what you want to do is pick it up, line the center piece that you just sewed down the middle with the center piece on the other side, and then from here down on both sides are the hem part already with your legs. You want to line the seam up in this little piece right here in the middle, you want to go ahead and sew that close. That's going to be the crotch area of the shorts, and up here is the waist. All right, so come back after stitching this middle part. So now let's flip it inside out. Looks like some shorts now, right? And we saved time by using the edge of the blanket that was already done. So now we need a waistband. So we can put these back here for now. Let's go back to that blanket. Is just start with a new straight line. And you're gonna cut a rectangle. Depending on how wide your elastic is, mine is about 1 inch. So I normally cut a rectangle that's about 3 inches wide. So now you have a really long piece that you're going to want to fold over. Because what you're essentially going to do is to your shorts, starting with one of the back seams, pin and sew this waistband all the way around on a fold till you get back. Sew the band all the way across the top of the shorts. You flip it up, it's going to look like this. And where the two pieces of the band meet in the back, we're going to feed some elastic in. So this is elastic. Mine is 1 inch wide. It's not too tight, but enough that you can fit a couple of fingers through snug and you're not dying for oxygen. And then you're just going to use a safety pin or whatever you want to use to feed the elastic through so it can come out on both sides. So where they're meeting back here through this casing, you want to get everything flat and from the inside stitch it up close. So back here I'm going to stitch up across the elastic and the waistband a couple of times to close this off. And the shorts are done, nice, soft. And here's what the casing in the back looks like once you sew it up. So let's work on the top. So let's go back to that blanket. I'm going to start on the other end with the hemmed edge that hasn't been cut. So I'm just going to fold it in half again, fold it over one more time. So we essentially have 4 layers. Alright guys, so I grabbed a hoodie. Shout out to Blessie's Boutique here in Houston. It's one of my favorite hoodies. It's not too oversized, but it's not too small. I want my pajamas to fit cropped. So I put my hoodie on and based on where I wanted to hit, I just kind of eyeballed the length because I wanted to sit right above my belly button. So we're gonna lay straight edge with the straight part of the blanket. I'm not putting the entire hoodie on here because like I said, I want it to be cropped. So you see a couple of inches of it hanging off. You can also just fold it up. And to get a better view of the seams, I'm laying everything nice and flat. Because again, I'm going to be using my own clothes as a pattern. And so I'm going to follow the lines that I see here to cut around this shape. same thing like the shorts. You want right sides together and wrong sides on the outside. So for this, we're going to sew the 2 shoulder seams, leave the armholes open, and sew the sides. So I've sewn side, side, shoulder, shoulder, flip it right side out. And you can see we're starting to look like a top. Collars up here. Next, after that, will be sleeves and a collar and a zipper. You can do it. Push through. Going back to what's left of our blanket. Again, trying to avoid hemming. You can find another spot on your blanket that could allow you to cut the sleeves without any additional hemming. And I think I found a spot. And I'm just going to trace the sleeves on my hoodie. Remember to give yourself seam allowance. So I have 2 sleeves here. I'm going to add around each armhole. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and cut the collar. And the collar, you put it on in a similar fashion as you did the shorts waistband. So essentially just need a really long rectangle and then fold it over and stitch it. But this time, when you put your collar on, you want to start with the open part in the front, because essentially we're going to be adding a zipper in the front anyways. Alright, so here we are so far. I ended up doing the bottom of the shirt similar to a fashion that I did for the shorts, but instead of cutting the waistband, I just folded it over and hemmed it and then added the elastic through, just because it was still going to be pretty long enough without me adding extra fabric for a waistband. So if yours isn't, then just do it the same way you did the shorts. Cut out a long rectangle, fold it over, add it to the bottom, slide that elastic in. Then I added on my sleeves, and up here where I added the collar, I have an opening. I'm going to extend it down some because I'm going to be adding a zipper. Alright guys, and we are done. Added my zipper into mine. Nice clean zipper. And yeah, only thing I would do differently is I would serge this on the inside if I was giving it to someone else, but it's for me, so I'll survive. But yeah, let's try it on.